Okay. Hey, Yvonne. Can you see me?
Not yet, because I'm sending you a picture. Give
No.
me 1 second.
Got it.
Okay, guys. Hi.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
It's the last Wednesday of May.
Yes.
Monday. Is it Monday, June 1st? I don't even know, but I know that it is. Yeah, it is a fantastic time. I'm loving the weather. We had some really, really crazy weather a couple of nights back over the Memorial Day weekend. I know there was a reported tornado that was near your house. And we talked about this, but that's a very, very rare thing in our area, in our neck of the woods. But we were okay. Some of our neighbors in the neighborhood reported that they had like a trampoline up in their on their roof.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody had the trampoline in their swimming pool. Somebody's trampoline was like a couple of blocks down. Our trash cans ended up like 2 blocks over because the trash day was that following day, and it was just so much wind. We didn't have a whole lot of damage, a lot of little limbs and stuff like that, but stuff blown all over the place, which was kind of funny. And the recycle bin, because I don't bag my recycle stuff, I just throw it in the recycle bin. It goes in the
Right.
recycle bin. So all across our neighborhood, probably all our empty plastic containers everywhere. So thank you to whoever picked that up because I didn't find them. I don't know where they went.
Well, that was nice of somebody to pick that up, because if not, we know that it would have been kids right outside picking that
Yeah,
stuff up for us.
yeah. Well, it
Yeah.
it just was a wet mess. But we're talking today because we've got and it happens all the time, we've got folks that yay, signed, we closed, everything is fantastic. I'm so excited, getting into my home. And first time home buyers specifically, you don't realize like, oh, what's next? Like,
Right.
where do we start, right? And so one of the things that I always recommend is when in your contract, right, in your agreement with the seller, usually you have or your agent has asked for a residential service contract. And so that residential service contract acts like a home warranty, and it covers a lot of aspects of your home. Each plan is different, so you want to check, the fine print on that. But one of the things that I think is the most important is to have the house rekeyed. And the rekey service is provided a lot of times through that home warranty. So you pay a service fee, they come in and they rekey your house, which is the first thing that you should do. Okay. And then bring out the broom and the mop because our expectation of clean is always different from another person's expectation of clean, and so they might have just swept it, which they should have taken all their belongings with them, but cobwebs and dead roly-polies and
Yes.
fingerprints are going to exist in the house probably. We're talking about the top to bottom cleaning. You want to make sure that you have, your supplies to wipe down your cabinets, especially during this time of the COVID-19 virus. That you wipe everything down, that you mop, sweep, all your hard surface floors. If they did not have the carpets professionally cleaned, ask them to have them in your contract, right? You want to ask that in your contract. But if you didn't have them do that, then you want your carpets professionally cleaned because somebody else's little puppy paws have been walking around on that carpet. And so you definitely want to make sure that you get your carpets professionally cleaned. And then some people are real particular. They want baseboards and molding wiped down, and that's not, too far-fetched. Very easy to do when your house is vacant, when you haven't put all
Yeah.
your furniture in. So make sure that you take the time to get in there and wipe all those surfaces down. Fans, light fixtures, your AC vents, just, those are just real standard things that you want to do before you get in and, live in the home. You just want a
Right.
clean home. Yeah.
And I would suggest also, like, for the home warranty, save that information in your phone under home warranty, and then maybe like on the notes section, you can attach like your, if there's like a reference number, anything of that nature, or take a
Hmm.
copy, of the warranty information, have it handy, because it always happens, right? When you're looking for something, you never find it.
Can't find it.
You should have all those documents together in a safe place, but if not, we always have our phones on us. So definitely
Yes.
save that number on your phone.
Hmm. Hmm. Another thing that we've talked about too is make sure that you get your utilities switched over. You should know a few days in advance what day you're going to close. Make sure you make the phone call to the utility providers. I'll never forget when we moved into maybe our second or third home, and it was in a brand new development, and there was no internet providers out there. That, like, we were like the first house on the block to be complete, and we moved in, and there were no internet providers, and it was um all-star weekend baseball, and the home run derby was set to happen that day or whatever, and we did not have internet service. And so I don't remember what crazy rash decision we made for internet service, but we had to watch the home run derby. So make sure that you have all those utilities planned out and scheduled. So you don't want to be left in the dark without power, and you definitely don't want to be left without indoor plumbing. So make sure that you make those phone calls ahead of
Yeah.
time.
I've
Um,
got a good I've got a good one, too, is make sure you know where all the water valves are at, and how they work. Because I will tell you, I always used to remember my dad would say, righty tighty, lefty loosey when you were trying to do stuff. And so, of course, I had a leak in the restroom, and I'm trying to go to the right and try to go to the left. And of course, it's just going in a circle. And I didn't realize that these were like push valves. And so,
yes,
needless to say, I had water all over the place. So, definitely look at your water valves and see what's
that's
going on.
That's right. A lot of the new homes, they have that push button. Some homes have like a whole system. It's called a manifold system. And
Hmm.
instead of running out to the cutoff, like to where at the curb where you normally shut the water off, the house has a system. So during your inspection period, you definitely want to pay attention when the inspector shows you, okay, here's your cutoff valve. And, make sure you ask them if you don't know anything about plumbing, which a lot of people really don't know and haven't had the need to know where your cutoff valve is so that you can cut that off before you have way too much water in your house. um, another thing too is your air conditioning system. Make sure that you have the right size filter available, because you want to change those out before you
Hmm.
occupy the home. You want to make sure that there's a clean filter in there, and then you want to change it out every 30 days or so. So make sure that you have that done. Um, another item that we've talked about, Yvonne and I, is spiders. Oh, pest control. If you
Pest
are
control.
squeamish and you just cannot deal with bugs, get a service out there. You can contract a good, reputable pest control company. They can come out there and give you a bid for a one-time service, or if you want to continue a service with them, like a quarterly, you can do that too. But those are important things for you to remember. The other thing that we talked about prior to moving in is you want to go, because most communities now have a community mailbox center.
Hmm.
And so postman doesn't come to your front door anymore, likely. If that's the case for you, you want to take your settlement statement when you close. You want to take that copy over to the post office that corresponds to your address. And you want to make sure that you order a new key. Even if the seller provided you an old key, I would always recommend, just for the safety of your belongings or things, you don't know who else had a copy of that key. So I would say just have it rekeyed. It is a free service for the first time, and they will come out and they will rekey the mailbox for you, and they'll hold your mail at the post office until yours is available for you to get from there. But you want to make sure that you get that service as soon as you close. Probably the first thing after you just take a deep breath is
Yeah.
go and get your mailbox key ordered. That's another
How do you
thing.
how do you feel about like security systems or alarm systems? What do you recommend there?
The same thing too. We oftentimes, our buyers will ask us, do you recommend somebody? We do. We have several companies that we know have been around for a really long time, and they do, they've been here forever. So I like to recommend somebody that has longevity, who has been around, or somebody that is, maybe not as long-standing as some others.
Right.
I do recommend that. They will give you a free analysis. They'll come out there and they'll look at your home to see, where maybe there's some areas of concern for you. I personally just had my security system updated. My home is like almost 20 years old. And so we just had our system reevaluated and made sure that we were, just keeping things kind of where we need to keep them safe, and updating cameras and things of that nature. I mean, hopefully you never have to use it, but that is always a point of concern for a lot of home buyers. So we do recommend several companies. So I would say at least have that evaluation, so if there's any areas of concern for any kind of suspicious activity.
Yeah. I definitely love
Mhm.
the cameras. I know that it was kind of a little bit dark in our area, in our neighborhood, and we had probably like four kids stop
Uh-huh.
by, and I'm like, what are these kids doing here? And so through, of course, through the camera, I was able to communicate, and I was like, hey guys, can I help you? And they were like, Miss, we're doing a scavenger hunt, and I just need to take a picture like with a homeowner in a pyramid, if I can take a picture with you in the background. And I'm like, okay. They were young. They were like maybe,
Mhm.
10 to 13 years old.
Mhm.
So I went ahead and did it. And they were like, yay, we won. So I guess they must have gotten like something on there. But it was good that we had the camera, because then
Mhm.
we were able to communicate, with them and so
Yes.
forth.
Yes, that's a really good point. And I don't think I've, for us, we're in and out. I mean, there's always somebody there, but you just never know. Even if you have an accident, or there's an emergency, you can contact emergency services through your
Right.
security system. Um, Another thing that you want to consider is, a lot of people don't realize this, but when you buy it, your appliances, like most homes don't come with a refrigerator. A refrigerator is not considered real property. So that brand new refrigerator that you're buying, you must let it cool without putting food in there for at least 24 hours is the recommendation. It needs to get like fully cold so that it will cool your food. So you want to make sure that you don't run out to the groceries and buy, hundreds of dollars worth of groceries and put it into your brand new just plugged in refrigerator. It's not going to help you. You got to let it cool for at least 24 hours, is my understanding. Um, and then, of course, washer and dryer, those things that you do install, make sure that you tighten those fittings, because you can have a major leak if you don't tighten those hoses right. So appliances, consideration, all that. If you don't have them professionally installed, if you do it yourself, just take note that you've got to make sure that those are tightened and that your drain line goes into the drain. We've had some instances where didn't go far enough in, and there was wastewater
Oh my
everywhere.
goodness.
So yeah, it happens. It happens. Um, what do you think about like having your systems checked before? Because I know typically most buyers will have a home inspection, and so you kind of already know what you're walking into.
Right.
Um, your air conditioner system, you want to make sure that you're servicing that every 6 months. So if you already have your home warranty in place, contact them, because a lot of them do have a plan that will cover a 6-month checkup. Every 6 months, they do a 6-month checkup, and they will evaluate the system and just make sure everything is working okay. It's like a 70, well, whatever the service fee is. Some are 65, some are 70, some are less, some are more. But they do provide that service to you in some cases. So
You're
make
right.
sure that you read the fine print on what's available on that home warranty, because I know there's a lot of people that don't take advantage of them, but there's a lot of things that they do offer. Mm.
Definitely. And then I would just have like the basic essentials that, paper towels, paper plates, your toilet paper, cleaning supplies. I think we talked about like a plunger, having that
Yes.
um uh available just so that you kind of have just the basic, essentials. Uh
Mhm.
Flashlight, batteries, extra light bulbs, those kind of things I think I would definitely, keep around as you're moving into the
Mhm.
home so that you have everything you need. Oh, and a toolkit. We talked about
Yes.
a toolkit, making
A
sure that you've got
toolkit. That's right.
yeah,
That's right. A toolkit. We know that we have just a lot of new home buyers that maybe don't really realize that there's a lot of little things. And you know what, that's what we're here for. That's why we're your experts, because we've been through this over and over and over. Just because we close on the transaction doesn't mean that it's over, doesn't mean that
right.
you are, we're no longer connected. We are here to serve you from beginning till, whatever. You sell your home, you move away. Even if you sell your home, buy another home, we're still here for you.
Yes.
There's things that are going to come up. My sweet friend Yvonne, she's like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on with this, and she's living in her home, and she's like, she's just kind of pinging other people and trying to figure out what's going on. It happens to all of us. But we're here. We've been through it. We've been through a lot of things. And so give us a call. I mean, if we can't figure it out, we do have contractors and licensed HVAC technicians and all those
Yes.
things to help you just navigate home ownership, because some people will say, hey, welcome to home ownership, but it doesn't have to be
Right.
that tough. Okay. We're here for you. And yeah, anything you want to add, Yvonne?
No, no, those are just some really good essentials that they could kind of jot down, right? But like you mentioned, I know that I definitely called you out a couple of times and I'm like, hey, how do you do this? And you were a little handy woman there. You knew exactly what to do and how to fix things. So definitely we're here as a resource for you guys. And we hope you enjoy your new home. And if you're looking for a new home,
Mhm.
let us help you. We'd love to do that.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Oh, and a corkscrew.
There you
Don't move
go.
into your house without the corkscrew. That's a very handy tool. You're
You need
gonna
it for
need
the
it
wine.
after you're done moving. You're gonna need that corkscrew for your bottle of wine. So
It's either that or
all
your
right,
margarita
everybody.
mix, one of those.
Yes, one of the two. One of the two. So yeah, yeah. And don't forget to invite me and Yvonne over for your housewarming. We'd love to come and see you guys.
Yes,
But yeah, that's what we
definitely.
had for you guys today. We wanted to keep it lively and light, and in light of everything, I think we have a really, really great market. We're still seeing historically low interest rates. We're still seeing a lot of people, working. We have a really low unemployment rate still compared to the nation. So yeah, we've got a lot of really great elements going on in our new home market. If you haven't seen our market update for April, it's on our Facebook page, business page. You can take a look at it. And later on, I'm going to post a comparison of April for the major zip codes that I cover, basically on the west end of San Antonio. If there's something specific that you would like to know about, what your market is doing, or maybe what your purchasing power is, do not hesitate to reach out to us. We are
Yes,
here for you guys. All right.
absolutely.
All right. Well, y'all have a fantastic week, and we will see you guys next Wednesday.
There you go. Have a good one.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Bye.